Taking care of yourself, the fundamentals. Today, we are going to learn about taking care of yourself. Though this will not be the first content ever on this topic, but consider this as a starting to making yourself better, one step at a time. This content will cover some of the basic things that you can do as a starter to make yourself better than what you were before. We will be looking at some of the best practices for physical care of an average person, considering that you don't have any type of severe health drawbacks. After the best tips for physical care, in this content, you will also have some of the basic starters for mental well-being and psychological care. Taking care of yourself might sound easy. But if it was as easy as it sounds, then we would not need so many contents and books on this topic, right? So, without wasting any more time, let's jump right into the main content. 10 tips for self-care and physical well-being. You can't take care of others if you aren't taking care of yourself first. Most people know this, but it's easy to push self-care to the bottom of the to-do list and forget about it as life gets busy. Fortunately, if you follow these 10 simple tips for self-care and physical well-being, you can keep your health and sanity intact while still taking care of others around you. Here are 10 tips that can help you improve your own physical well-being without draining your energy or leaving you feeling tired or burned out by the end of the day. 1. Get in the habit of going to bed early. Getting a complete night's sleep will have several fitness benefits. Sleep is whilst your frame heals itself, upkeep muscle tissue, builds bone, grows cells, and restores critical electricity stores. It also can make you extra alert and much less pressured out for the duration of waking hours. If you aren't getting sufficient shut-eye, which specialists propose as 7 to 9 hours a night, attempt going to mattress in advance. It won't be clean at first, as it isn't natural. However, your frame gets used to going to mattress at an in advance time over time. 2. Exercise. That's right, staying lively is one of the maximum critical components of self-care. Exercise is like medicine. It facilitates enhanced mood, makes you experience higher bodily, calms your thoughts, and offers you extra energy. It additionally makes you more potent to address the one's sports in existence which you don't absolutely revel in doing however want to do. Keeping bodily in shape isn't always a luxurious, it's far a necessity. When became the closing time you skipped out on napping and only so you should cross for an extended jog or swim. That is how a whole lot workout absolutely does have an effect on your each day sports. Make workout as critical as consuming your meals. 3. Eat healthily. When you devour right, you're taking higher care of your body. But with such a lot of diets and healthful ingesting plans out there, it could be difficult to determine out which one is first class for you. A dietitian allows you to decide what nutrients plan works first class together along with your lifestyle and goals. Maybe it's a low-carb or keto diet, perhaps it's Mediterranean or vegetarian. Anything alternative looks like a great healthy to you. Operating with an expert nutritionist allow you to increase tips which can be tailor-made specially in your needs. The identical is going for exercise regularly. Even as many humans have workout regimens they select on their personal time. Speaking to an workout physiologist can assist make certain your shape is correct. 4. Get enough sleep. Sleep is quite vital to our ordinary fitness and well-being, but maximum people aren't getting sufficient of it. According to records from 2013, approximately 40% of adults in America don't get sufficient sleep on a normal basis. What's more, about 4% of Americans are recurring quick sleepers who come in fewer than 6 hours of sleep every night. A not unusual place self-care approach for all people looking to shed pounds is to make certain you're getting at the least 8 hours a night. However, if which means ignoring your private goals, then what appropriate is that going to do you? 5. Unplug from technology before bedtime. According to an examine posted in the Journal of Clinical Sleep Medicine, searching at a backlit display screen like a TV or computer proper earlier than mattress can also additionally impair your potential to fall asleep. If you should use digital gadgets proper earlier than bedtime, don't use them near your face, as a minimum 18 inches away. Read an ebook instead, they make it simpler which will wind down compared with the use of technology. And make certain you are taking sufficient time at some stage in your day to stretch and cope with yourself. It'll pass a protracted manner in the direction of boosting your power levels. 6. Get out into nature at least once a week. Spending time in nature is a fantastic way to relax, enjoy some time alone, and come back recharged. A field study from Bangor University found that participants who spend a day outdoors were more likely to report feeling happy, and there's no better place to do that than in nature. Find an area with good access to open space. Nearby public parks are great places, so you can just get out and take a stroll or go on a hike. Nature is one of those things we know is good for us, but don't often prioritize it because of our busy lives. Don't let your busy schedule keep you from spending time outside. You have nothing to lose by enjoying it every once in a while. 7. Meditate. Meditation is an effective manner to quiet your mind, lessen stress, and boom positivity. It's been connected to decreased anxiety, much less despair, and extra creativity. The excellent part? It's unfastened. You don't must attend high-priced seminars or sign up in an extensive direction to examine how. There are numerous unfastened meditation apps that will let you get commenced proper away. Here are a number of our favorites. Headspace gives each day guided meditations in addition to sleep stories. Smiling Mind has loads of clean meditations on a lot of topics. Insight Timer gives inspirational costs, even as additionally supplying gear that will help you create your personal meditation area at home. 8. Don't take things personally. Everyone you meet, anywhere you go, can have an opinion approximately something. You can't take all of these evaluations personally, it's simply now no longer really well worth it. So if a person doesn't like your haircut or thinks that your new get dressed makes you appearance chunky, don't permit it get to you. They can be right, however both way, their opinion might be inappropriate on your basic self really well worth. When we take matters personally, we placed an excessive amount of inventory in different people's evaluations of us. Inevitably, they be counted much less than we assume they do. Also don't forget that everybody has terrible days and terrible hairdos, so be nice. 9. Practice gratitude daily. Practicing gratitude doesn't have to be a chore. Make it fun by keeping a gratitude journal, or pick one day each week to write down 3 things you're grateful for. When we practice gratitude, we are less likely to focus on negative thoughts, which can reduce stress levels and make us happier. This, in turn, can reduce your risk of developing physical issues like heart disease or osteoporosis. And if you're still not convinced that practicing gratitude is worth your time, consider how nice it feels when someone acknowledges something you do. Remember how good it felt when your professor told you what a great job you did on that research paper? 10. Focus on what you can do, not what you can't. Easier stated than done, right? When you're feeling aggravating or depressed, it may be difficult to appearance beyond all your perceived shortcomings. Instead of residing on what you watched you might do, begin via way of means of creating a listing of what you may do, although it's something as easy as going for a stroll or smiling at a stranger. If enhancing your temper is an issue, attempt that specialize in gratitude. According to Dr. Kristin Neff, writer of Self-Compassion, The Proven Power of Being Kind to Yourself, there's proof that feeling thankful performs an essential position in assisting humans enhance their moods. Live your best life with these easy tips. It's vital to attend to yourself, and one of the first-class methods to do this is through incorporating self-care practices into your existence on a normal basis. Self-care can vary from easy and small such things as taking a while for yourself and getting sufficient sleep each night time, to barely greater complicated duties along with meditating or working towards yoga. With such a lot of various things you may do in an effort to take higher care of yourself, we've compiled a listing of a number of the maximum useful self-care practices that we suppose will assist you since your first class, each bodily and mentally. There are no failures. If you haven't been a hit at dropping weight as much as now, don't permit that forestall you from attempting again. What subjects is what you do from here, and you could manipulate that. Be type to yourself and don't be afraid to strive something new or take an extraordinary approach. If your preceding technique didn't work, or if it took too lengthy for outcomes to happen, locating a brand new manner will be precisely what you need. It may also appear hard at first. However, stay with it and make slow modifications that won't surprise your gadget or go away it defenseless towards impulsive overeating. You are not alone. Self-care is something that anyone need to exercise on a day-by-day basis. When humans don't position themselves first, they could without a doubt motive strain and tension to return back up of their lives. It is less complicated than you suspect to enhance your self-care, and there are heaps of sources online wherein you may do it through yourself. Look online for self-care publications on the way to display you a way to forestall stressful approximately matters, and begin residing a miles higher existence proper now. Every 2D counts in relation to right self-care. Try a number of those strategies nowadays and discover how a lot higher you sense in only a brief quantity of time. Take time for yourself. Too often, we rush from one factor to some other and discover ourselves too busy to experience even our personal company. Rather than growing a tick list of factors you want to do, attempt growing a listing of factors you need to do. Maybe meaning going for a stroll each day or taking a while far from generation and social media. Whatever its miles which you need out of life, begin carving out time for it today. You deserve it. Take time for you. If you sense crushed and prefer you don't have time to attend to yourself, it's time to check the way you spend your time. Are there matters that aren't getting carried out that may be taken off your plate? Are there duties for your day-by-day timetable that would be moved around or maybe eliminated? Start through reviewing all your commitments, work, family, hobbies, workout, and more. See wherein you may make adjustments so that you sense like you've got sufficient time for everything without feeling overworked. Dealing with stress. Stress is an inevitable part of normal life. However, how we take care of strain could make all of the distinction in our bodily and intellectual health. According to WebMD, strain may be described because the method of responding to needs located on us, WebMD. Stress is a herbal response that serves an evolutionary purpose, to assist hold us safe. However, an excessive amount of strain isn't right for our bodies or minds. Physical health is important too. Start off every day through placing a timetable that you may definitely keep. This enables you sense greater on pinnacle of factors and could assist you make sure that you're getting sufficient sleep and consuming right, too. When it involves food, try and keep away from empty calories, people who comprise sugar however little to no dietary value. What's critical is to bear in mind of what you devour as a lot as well and the way a lot. If you're now no longer careful, some more kilos right here or there may also snowball into something tougher to attend to over time. Maintaining a wholesome way of life takes commitment. However, even small adjustments can upload up in a large manner in phrases of long time period results. Unplug from social media sometimes. Social media use often leads to online comparisonitis, that is, comparing ourselves to others. And, when we do that, we get a skewed perspective of what our lives look like and how much, or little, time we spend on social media. If you're feeling unproductive or unsatisfied with your own life, taking some time off from social media can help put things into perspective. Try it for a few days, log out of all social media apps and take stock of how much you feel less busy and more in control. If you want to go back to using them after those few days are up, fine, but sometimes unplugging is just what we need. Create a vision board. Your vision board doesn't have to be a literal board, it can just be a piece of paper or a whiteboard. Hang it where you can see it, and fill it up with images and words that remind you of what you want to accomplish. What about travel? What about saving money? Consider everything you want to experience in life and start making it happen. Visualize what success looks like for you, even if that means just one thing at a time. Make sure to share your vision board widely so friends, family members, and mentors can support you along the way. How to make yourself believe that you can do. The easiest way to convince yourself you can do something is to act as if you have already done it. Fake it until you make it has become a popular motto for those looking to get out of a rut, or simply better their lives in some way. You don't need to be an actor or actress, but only acting like you are able to change can help actually change who you are and how people see you. It all starts with making yourself believe that what is on your list is easily doable, even if deep down inside, doubt lingers. Obstacles, there are a lot of them. How are you going to deal with them? One of the maximum essential factor in our existence is that we surely have a totally restrained quantity of time. Maybe this is why humans aren't having the ability to attend to self-care and additionally now no longer being capable of provide right time to themselves. While there are a variety of humans who've surely the entirety looked after out, however that isn't always pretty lots in case you consider the entire populace of the global. Our aim is to have a global with humans which have overall concord and peace amongst them. No bad influences, no darkish psychology going around. Nothing however natural peace and concord for the entirety that weave in our lives and inside our society. The boundaries that weave on a social basis is not anything new to us. Since the start of time and seeing that mankind found out that they want every different to survive, they had been in existence. Because no individual have the identical kind of psychology and bodily technique toward the entirety, which approach that they may have dissimilarities and additionally disagreements on nearly the entirety. But that doesn't suggest that we must be unsocial and additionally assume that society isn't always top for us. The actual reality is that the simplest factor this is essential to mankind is adaptability. Because without adaptability, none people goes to get far. Imagine which you are at your office. It's been a virtually busy week over there and you're simply sitting your manner through the entire listing, and Mount Everest of venture pile which you have. At the identical time, there's an incoming essential assembly which you have already got making ready yourself for. Much more likely it's far a social media marketing campaign which you have organized yourself for. With actually heaps of office work and overwhelming quantity of calendar activities, how can you make room on your non-public properly being? The purpose is that, on every occasion we're considering non-public properly being and private care, we assume that it's far going to eat a variety of time and a variety of element from our busy painting stay. But that isn't always the reality. The factor is that, we generally tend to overthink the entirety. And on every occasion we're considering that we want to attend to ourselves, it will likely be some other burden lead to some other listing of labor inside the already current big listing. For that, we don't want to surely assume that we want to attend to ourselves. What we really want to do is on every occasion we've unfastened time. We must teach our thoughts in the sort of manner that self-care and being concerned approximately ourselves. And in addition to ensuring that we are becoming well, the matters that we need on a mental and bodily basis is greater essential. I recognize that this could appear a bit difficult period, but undergo with me. I'm going to provide an explanation for the entirety inside time. If you teach your thoughts that it's far simplest able to placing the entirety in a tremendous tone, you then definitely wouldn't even want to consider it on a separate manner. Like on every occasion a person is throwing something at you, on a reflex, your hand will routinely improve to defend you. You don't want to assume that, I am going to be attacked, I want to defend myself, this is why I am elevating my hand. What takes place in that case? The factor that surely takes place is which you routinely, out of reflex, from your herbal instincts, improve your hand without placing any mind stress. Did you want to consider it? No. You surely did it through your own. So, in case you teach your mind to work out the practices for self-care on a reflex basis, you'll now no longer even want to fear approximately it. That might lessen your mind stress, and additionally lessen the quantity of time which you want to spend at the back of yourself.